Hello everybody, this is Option John, and today is part 3 of the Haslab Omega Prime. So I done Ultra Magnus, we've done Optimus Prime. There were a couple of things that I forgot to show off with the Optimus Prime, so I know I've got him set up for super mode right now, but you can plug his feet in from a super mode, do the whole missile, shoulder missiles there from one episode, and stuff. You can totally do that. And also, yeah, I don't think there was anything else that I forgot to, do for that. But yeah. I think that's pretty much that from that, and I mentioned everything that you can do with Ultra Magnus from the last video, which I have not shown. Not going to show it just for the sake of time. So, we are going to start doing the combination now. Let's go! So, Omega Prime's conversion here, you'll kind of recognize it. You'll get a bit of deja vu if you played around with the original, but as you can see, for the massive shins of Magnus here, you gotta use your origami skills in order to just flip, fold, change, and compact them into some short, stubby, big, chunky feet that you can connect to Optimus Prime, which I'll be showing off later, and then you can basically take the arms and unfurl the arms. They're just held on by a bunch of 5mm tabs to the upper arms, and you basically turn them inside out to get the big Omega Prime hands. And this bit here is probably the bit that gave me the most headache. The main portion of Magnus, which creates the upper part of Omega Prime, the whole chest and shoulders and stuff. It's really, really complicated if you don't know what you're doing, because there's so much stuff that has to be flipped and folded. Some of it has to be done kind of, feels like simultaneously at the same time, but once you get the hang of it, it really does start to make sense, and I'm sure after you've done it a couple of times, you'll be able to flip back and forth pretty easy. But here you go. I'm just finishing up the last few bits of it, and then basically combination time. Yeah, here we go. So there are several 5mm ports dotted around that plug into pegs on Magnus into Optimus Prime's lower leg region, as well as some clips for the feet to lock them down. Yep, there you go. And then again, a similar story with the arms here. You got 2 tabs on the outside that peg onto the inside. And you've also got the peg on the thumb that helps fix Prime's hands to those big, massive gloves that he's going to be holding there. And then this bit's actually quite difficult because you got the 2 pegs in the chest to try and work out. But other than that, everything else went smoothly. And to clean up, you pretty much just take the remainder of Magnus's arms and fold them behind Optimus's backpack. Omega Prime's conversion is probably one of the more complex things about the Magnus and the Optimus Prime. I'm gonna say the cab portion of Magnus really, really difficult to work out, especially because instructions don't tell you a lot. They aren't very well directed for this type of stuff. Even if they are colored, it's just very busy. Other than the frustration that I had with trying to put this guy together, he looks really good, really solid. Yeah. I spent the longest time just figuring it out. But yeah, the posability, a lot of it is carried over from the Optimus Prime, really. That is what a lot of it is carried over from. And then you can use blue bolts. You got 2 ports at the bottom feet, and that is what you use to peg blue bolts on top. Insane weapon up top. I mean, seriously, this he's massive and it's just ridiculous. And also, here's the matrix blade. Like, my god, massive. This review station is just too small for this. But yeah, I'm gonna take one of the bits of road here. I'm gonna stick it in. Oh jeez, it's tight. And then I think there was a point somewhere. Actually, I'd prefer it so that you didn't have to pop it in that way, but yeah. Oh man. So then, yeah, you pop him on stand, and you can give him the matrix blade. And oh yeah, these hands are actually more articulated. So I think you got wrist. The thumb is still just 1 pin, which is fair enough. But you've actually got 2 sets of movement here for the Omega Prime hands, which is nice. I think that's very appreciated. Oh my lord. I have no idea. Yeah, it's like, I just do not know. He's holding it-ish. It's not properly gripped in though, but yeah, he is holding it. I'm just gonna pop him to the side here, and I'm gonna bring in... Here is our Megatron that I keep bringing in. Oh boy, he's so massive. And then, just because I've got him down here, here he is compared to Deathsaurus. And he is taller than Deathsaurus at the V-wings here. Okay, so, yeah, this is recorded a good couple of weeks after I actually did the actual Omega Prime video, but I did think, because I've found some time, once I started editing it to actually do this, I'm going to show the fan mode conversion with the Optimus Prime super mode bits. So I've got them currently connected up, and what we're going to do is I'm just gonna take them apart. So yeah, you want them to be basically in... as if you're basically taking them apart for the super mode, more or less. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave them out like that. And you go, fold those down. Feet, fold that up, fold those down. And what you want to do is you want them with the rocket pods facing. I'm actually gonna do it with the toes up because I've got him on display stand, so I'm gonna do that actually. So what you want to do is you want to take these pieces, and you want to take those and you want to connect them in a certain way. So it's gotta be that one. Yeah, it's gotta be that one. You take a double port there, double ports there with double pegs here. You plug them on like that, and then that determines which side you gotta be basically doing it for. Now pop that one there, And then this bit here, this was always a mystery to me, but actually what you just do is you just pull this. So you got teeth slots in there, and then you got the grey teeth here, and that is what creates the ratcheting on there. But yeah, you want to take those off. Basically, you gotta position that like that, and that's gonna basically be a shield on an arm. And similar thing with this, you're just gonna rotate that out of the way, so then that can become kind of like a piece there. And then the arms, you kind of just do whatever you want with them. So, gonna start to put this together. So, you got a tab. You got a tab here. You got a slot there. You basically just plug those together. And then you got some slots in there. You got double slots on both forearms. So basically just take them and you plug that in there. So you got the shield on one side, and then this is gonna be the bit that's gonna be super heavy. You got two holes here, and that goes into 2 ports on the other end. It's like he cannot hold this up, so I'm gonna have to just have him have it like that. I'm gonna get the Omega blade, matrix blade out of the way for now, and I'm gonna bring him a little bit forward. And then these arms, you basically do what you want with them pretty much. I don't really ever have a place for them, so I just find some space on the back where I can just plug them in. I mean, it's massive, but I'm gonna take care of you with this actually. Here is the full combination with all the bits on, and it is monstrous, like proper monstrous. I mean, look at, yeah, you can make it so that he is even more fired up as well, because you can take these missiles out here to make it look like he is so ready for battle and stuff, and it's like, whoa, you know, it is very like, whoa. And then even if you wanna go even further, which is what I'm gonna do here, you can pop, still got access to the matrix blade, which you can still give him. It's just about holding. And you can just, yeah, you can just continue to fire him up, and I mean, it's a tall blade, proper tall. But yeah, you can continue, it is insane, like, never ending. And then basically you just find a spot for like where you want to put is a little handgun. So usually I would actually just pop it behind, but in this case I'm gonna see if I can add it somewhere. So yeah, I could just pop it. I'm gonna pop it here on its forearm. And then here's little Cerebros. One of the things that I did not show off is his head. So you basically fold him up, and that's his little head there. And then what you can do is you can have him sit at the back here with blue bolts. So you got a little tab, little notch there, where you can have him plug in there, and he can basically man. And that is pretty much using pretty much almost every inch of the set here, basically. So my overall thoughts of this set is it's a really good set. I really do like it. I like what they've done here because they've shown some stuff here where just the old figure needed to be cleaned up, modernized a bit with some bells and whistles. I love the fact that they've introduced new characters like Blue Bolt's being a weaponizer. I think, you know, as I said in the previous parts for the Omega Prime videos, Haslab is the best place, I think, to explore these conceptual ideas. I think it's, you know, really good to explore those here. The Optimus Prime Super Mode hands, would love to have seen them individually articulated on the fingers. For the Omega Prime combination, I totally understand why it's only why they are fused and only got 2 points of articulation along the 4 fingers and then the 1 point on the thumb, because it needs to have that strength and that rigidity to be able to hold the sword, pretty much. So I understand that from design perspective when it comes to Omega Prime. So I'm not annoyed that they're not individually articulated here, but would have liked to have seen that just with the Optimus Prime Super Mode. But basically, there's not really that much I'd like to improve about this figure, other than a couple of little bits here and there. As I've said, I think this is pretty much perfect. Again, if the cab mode of Optimus Prime did not have the QC issue, you know, that was plaguing it so much, I think it would be the perfect figure from a design point of view. But yeah, it is a wonderful collector's item, and as far as I'm aware, I think for the foreseeable future, this will be the last Haslab that I actually back, just because I see the prices going up and up and up, and yeah, for me, it's kind of like out of the price range of what I want to spend. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. But yeah, this has been my video on Omega Prime. I think I said third part in the beginning of the video. It is actually the fourth and final part. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So this has been Cybertron John with part 4 of the Omega Prime video. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.